Camera is rolling. Action. So, Arun, can you please explain me what is B2B lead generation?
Okay, so when we talk about B2B lead generation, so first we have to understand what is meant by B2B. So B2B means one business selling to another business. Now, a B2B business has its own peculiarities and is slightly, I would say, in many aspects, different from a B2C business. B2C business is when you're selling to the consumer. Now, one of the main challenges which a B2B business faces, in fact, that is a challenge which typically every business faces, is to generate a continuous flow of new and good quality leads. Because if you have a constant flow of new leads for your business, then of course a certain percentage of those leads you would be able to convert into customers. You would be able to sell your product or solution to them. And obviously, any business, if it has to survive, rather thrive, it requires more and more business, more and more leads, more and more customers. Now, how do you generate more leads is one of the main areas which I would be discussing in length through a series of videos which I am going to be producing in this particular series of B2B lead generation. Now, there are many ways in which you can generate B2B leads. You can generate leads by creating good content which your prospects read about, they consume it, and therefore they contact you. This is typically what is known as inbound lead generation. Then, of course, you have various ways in which you can reach out to your target prospects through various kinds of advertisements. Typically, since the medium has changed in the last so many years from offline to online, so almost everybody now targets their new prospects through the digital medium. So you have Google ads, Facebook ads, Instagram ads, LinkedIn ads, and so many other ways of targeting your prospects and generating leads. So that is the next one way. The third is, of course, the evergreen offline methods of trade publications, events, seminars, webinars, trade shows. So there are so many ways in which you can send your message out to your target prospects and get them interested in your product or service. And if they respond, then of course you have a certain interested number of leads, which then comes the next step of converting those into leads. Now, in this particular video, I am going to very briefly touch upon one of the most important and the most effective ways of generating leads in the B2B space, which is cold emails. Now, a lot of people have this misconception that cold emails is spam. Let me tell you very clearly, cold emails is not spam. What is the basic premise of cold emails? The basic premise of cold emails is that you identify your ideal customer profile, you identify a set of people who fit your profile of customers who may be interested in your product or service, and then you find out their contact details. Typically, in the cold email process, you find out their email ID, and there are lots of places and lots of tools and lots of service providers who are available who can give you these email IDs, and then you create a very specific message which you send out to them, which may, if they get interested in what you have to say or the message of your product or solution which you have said, a certain percentage of them may respond, and there is a whole uh, you have to figure out what kind of message you have to send out, what should be the content of that message. So that we'll discuss in greater detail in the forthcoming videos. But if you look at it, you have a product or service, you have an ideal customer profile. These are those businesses which you think could be interested in your product or service, and then you send out a message to them, and hopefully some of them would respond. Now, the advantage of cold email over all other kinds of B2B lead generation is that number one, it is hyper targeted. When I mean hyper targeted is that you are not just sending out an email or a message just to anybody, or you are not just putting out an advertisement on Google or Facebook and targeting and hoping that somebody would respond, but you decide who your specific target prospects are and you send out a message to them. So it is hyper targeted. The second very, very big advantage of cold emails is that you can reach out to the top decision makers. The top decision makers are not searching on Google or Facebook for your product or solution. They are very busy, they are decision makers, and they have hundreds of things to do. But they check their email every day and they get all kinds of emails, and you can reach their inbox through cold email, which is not possible through all other kinds of targeting. And number three is that you would be able to build a certain level of comfort and a certain level of relationship with these decision makers through your cold email if your messaging is right. One factor which I just want to talk about here before I end this video is that difference between cold emailing and email marketing. A lot of people get confused about this. Email marketing is a marketing whereby you get prospects or certain set of people to raise their hand saying that they are interested in what you have to offer, and typically they raise their hand because you are offering some kind of an educational content, some kind of a newsletter, or some kind of a series of emails which you are going to be sending out to them for an extended period of time, whereby you are going to educate them and you are going to inform them about a certain topic. Somebody may inform them about how to cook certain dishes. Somebody may inform them about how to make YouTube videos. Somebody may inform them or educate them how to generate leads. So those are all kinds of people who have already said that we want to hear from you. They have subscribed to your email, and then you are sending out to them, and there are separate platforms which you can use for sending out these kinds of email. Cold email is entirely different. Cold email is not email marketing. Cold email is that those people have never heard of you, they don't know about you, they have no relationship with you, and you are on your own identifying them and sending out a message to them, talking to them about your product or service. And therefore the platforms and the ways in which you use or send out these messages are entirely different from. So email marketing is very, very different from cold emails, and there are lots of differences which we will discuss further in our further series of videos. So this is my first video which I have produced, created or shot to give you a general overview or an introduction on cold email to be used for B2B lead generation. I have a course, a 30-day email course, which is absolutely free, in which I go into further details on B2B lead generation through cold emails. I would be putting my link in the description below, and you can subscribe to that course, and you would be receiving chunk-sized emails every day talking about one particular aspect of cold email, which has different topics which I would be covering in that, and I would be covering in greater detail in my further videos about various aspects of lead generation, B2B lead generation through cold emails. If you found this video useful, educative, interesting, and you would like to learn more about cold emails for B2B lead generation, then I would encourage you to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and I would see you in my next video on cold email for B2B lead generation. Thank you.
Thank you.